Yo, what up? We back with another edition of CT's RPT, and it's a beautiful day out here today. Today, I want to address another one of my subscribers who hit me up. She was interested in a few things. I guess she's dealing with somebody who he's in his final year, and he's on his way home, and she just wants to know, like, what's the process, Not only that, this was a dope ass question too, because not only that, what's the mindset of somebody in their final year when you're about to come home, and how is the halfway house determined, and a lot of readjusting and so forth, So I just want to start off by saying, first off, the mindset of an inmate in his final year and he's about to come home. It could be either one or two things. You got some dudes that's doing what's called dead time, which means as long as they don't catch another case, they are coming home on the date that they're supposed to come home regardless. Then you got some dudes that's doing time, I don't know, that's regular time, I guess, and they give you a date and you get good time, which means every month you stay, and this is the state of prison, the state of Connecticut I'm talking about. I have never been in prison in no other states other than Connecticut and New York. So every month that you don't get out of trouble, that you don't get in any trouble, you get 5 days, not depending on what level you're in, you get 5, 4, or 3 days taken off for your sentence. So when you're in your final year, your mindset is just, I want to rack up as much good time as I can. I just want to chill, fall back. If you were getting into any trouble, now is the time to just fall back, start getting my thoughts back together, or what I'm going to do when I get home, and just get back into street mode, because a lot of times we come to prison, in order to survive, we have to go into what's called prison mode, and the things that I do in there, I probably would get locked up if I was doing the people out here. So we have to make the adjustments back now, mentally and physically, into society. Whereas on the other hand, you got the dudes that's know they coming home regardless of anything. They gonna just wild out, they just having fun. They gonna do whatever. They might go to the box a bunch of times because they don't care. I had a dude that, my boy, when I was in Carl Robinson, right before I came home, I had caught a ticket, and the ticket was detrimental towards me making a halfway house. So I had a homie that was doing what was called dead time, meaning he came home whatever, regardless of whether he got in trouble or got no halfway house, he was on his way home. And he basically came to me and was like, yo, I'm going to take the ticket for you, because it doesn't matter if he get in trouble in that. Whereas if things would have turned negative on my end, I was trying to go to a halfway house, They might not have came and got me. So that's just the difference. And both of us are on the same, we both on our last year home, but the difference in mindset, look at my mindset, is, damn, I got a ticket and this might be detrimental to me going home, I should not have done what I did to catch the ticket. And his mindset is, I'm going home anyway, so fuck it. Give me the ticket. I'll take the ticket. So it's just, it's depending on your situation, could be depending on the mindset that you have. The way the halfway house is determined. Basically, 18 months before your discharge date, you will receive maybe a letter. If you don't receive a letter, I know guys that they ain't gonna wait to receive that letter. They're gonna start writing. So you write to every facility has like a parole area that deals with all that stuff. You write to them and you tell them, listen, my date is this, that, and the third. I want to know what's my halfway house eligibility date. 9 out of 10 times you're going to have your halfway house eligibility date already, but just in case for some reason things are slow, you write to them, ask them, and then they'll probably kick you back and tell you you're on a waiting list. Normally, they won't come get you. You can be on a waiting list for a halfway house at 18 months. I'm about to get in my car. You can be on the waiting list for about 18 months. Normally, they won't come get you until you maybe 6 months, 8 months, till you real close to coming home. That's when the halfway house usually come get you, because they technically don't want somebody sitting in a halfway house for a year and a half, 2 years, or anything crazy like that. So they kind of try to wait until you about to come home. The closer you about to come home is when they decide to come pick you up. Me personally, I wrote after I had got my parole date. I wrote parole. I managed to stay out of trouble. That's one of the main things, you know. I managed to stay out of trouble. I managed to stay busy, because the what looks good, and for the parole board, because I was trying to make parole. I had 12 years, and I was trying to make parole for 12 years, so I had like 6 in. I was trying to make parole, and instead of staying there for another 6 years. So I had went to college. I took a lot of programs. I tried to stay real positive, try to stay active in positive things, so that when I went to go see these people, it's like an interview. I'm sitting there interviewing. I'm being interviewed on why I should get my freedom back. So you want to have as much ammo as possible. You know, I got certificates from this. I got certificates from that. I got my GPA from the college courses I'm taking. I just was hitting them from all angles, and it was like, you know what? You look like you deserve a second chance, sir. And, you know, and God is good. Here I am, you know. So that's just my story and my angle on the mindset of somebody in their final year home, and how the halfway house is determined. Hopefully I was able to answer your questions. Hopefully I cleared this up for you. If you haven't by now, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Any comments, I definitely read all my comments, and I try to answer all of them. We could do a video on it. If you got a question, just hit me up. And until next time. Oh, and don't forget about the Instagram. If you want to hit me up, because sometimes people have real lengthy comments and you don't want to say it on YouTube, you can hit me up in my inbox on Instagram. wes.smith.129. wes.smith.129 is my Insta. Until next time, peace.